Good day. I need you to find your sheet called Alkanes, and we're going to rattle through a few points about it, and the next video will show some simple little calculations related to alkanes. If you're trying to identify an alkane in our game, you're looking for hydrocarbons. That means just carbon and hydrogen will be present. No oxygen. So it turns out if we have one carbon, and that makes for a very short chain, it likes to have 4 bonds, so its structural formula is CH4, its molecular formula is CH4, and it's known as methane. In organic, the prefix for 1 is meth, and for some reason people then find that hilarious. We go to 2 carbon atom, here's our 2 carbons in a row, and this is our structural diagram. When we count everything up, 2 carbons, 6 hydrogens, there's our molecular formula. So we've gone up by 1 carbon, and we've added 2 hydrogens. Next one, we're going to add 1 carbon and 2 hydrogens, and we arrive at propane. Now propane may be powering your barbecue, and so it's stored under pressure as a liquid, but when you relax the pressure it can become a gas and burn nicely to cook steaks or carrots or whatever you're eating these days. And so we have 3 carbons in a row, 8 hydrogens, and we see the pattern continues. If you're a smoker and have a butane lighter, hopefully you don't do that. The butane now is liquid, so this is a slightly heavier molecule. It's heavy enough to be in liquid form. 4 carbons, 10 hydrogens. And you can guess if we add 1 more carbon, add 2 more hydrogens, we get to pentane. And then we go hexane, heptane, octane, all those good things. You are fortunate this year. You don't have to worry about naming all these things. This is more of a Chem 11 thing. You just have to be able to identify them and do some simple calculations. There's a general formula for alkanes, and it's CnH2n plus 2. So for example, let's take a look at this. We have 4 carbons, n would equal 4. Now it says 2n plus 2 tells me the hydrogens. Well, 4 times 2 is 8, and then I add 2 more and I get 10. And it makes sense, or hopefully it makes sense. Each of these carbons has a hydrogen above and below, so that's why it's 2n. But the n carbons each have 1 extra, and that's the plus 2. It says alkanes are said to be saturated. That's more important next year if you take Chemistry 11. It means they only have single bonds, no carbon-carbon double or triple bonds. And the next video is going to show you some calculations, and so I'll attempt to write these things out so you can actually see it. For working out, if I give you a number of carbons, working out how many hydrogens in the alkane. If I give you a number of hydrogens, how many carbons are in the alkane. So that's it for that sheet. Brace yourself for the next thing.